Hello, everyone. Has it ever happened that you have sat down to study and suddenly you remember that you need to clean your entire room, maybe fix your closet, and even maybe learn a new language? And all these thoughts about all the things you need to do lead us into this trap called stress. We've all got it. But today, in this video, we are going to find ways to deal with it in the most efficient way possible and not let it turn us into sleep deprived zombies. Okay, so what are we going to say? Welcome back to Self Love Student Edition, Episode 4. In this episode, we'll be tackling stress. Stress is like that uninvited guest at every wedding. It just sneaks up upon us. So we're gonna recognize stress, what are the triggers, and most importantly, we're gonna stop it from ruining our lives. Oh good. Identifying stress triggers. First things first, what's actually causing you to stress? Identify that. Are those deadlines? Is it exams, or is it that one group project that in which you are doing all the work and no one else is helping you out? So take sticky notes and on one paper write one thing that's stressing you out. So now you have all these things that stress you out. Once you identify what are the reasons, you're being stressed, you can easily manage them. And trust me, managing stress is way easier than managing your entire syllabus one night before exam. Ironically, that's also one of the reasons for stress. Second thing is reverse planning, tricking your brain to feel that you're ahead. So, what you do in this, you all know what a to do list is, right? You write down all the things you need to get it done. But sometimes a to do list makes you feel all the things you haven't accomplished yet. So, you feel more lazy to go get it done, and it actually stresses you out a little more. So, instead, what you do, you make a done list. What happens in a done list? You write down every single thing you have done, even the slightest things. For example, like I've read one page of a chapter, or I have survived a boring lecture without sleeping in it, or I've dried my clothes, or small things like this. Okay, or made breakfast, or made a drink, or any small accomplishment that you have done in that day, or listen to a podcast, things like this, you write it down in a done list. In this way, your brain thinks that you have already accomplished so much in that day and it pushes you to accomplish more tasks. So you can have two lists, one to-do list and one done list. Done list, keep on writing again and again, and one by one keep striking from your to-do list, keep adding in your done list. So simultaneously, this will reduce the stress and it'll help you progress through your day in a more efficient way. So third is dosti therapy, using your social skill to your benefit. So I know stress can make you feel isolated, but why suffer at all? Why not make it a group activity? So first thing you do is group study but in reverse. So you study for like 45 minutes, then call a friend for motivation. And if your friend says, bro, I also didn't study for exam, cut the call and call someone who's trying to study because you really need that motivation. And you can't, I know it makes you feel less stressed when you call someone and they're saying, oh, I also didn't study. So you feel like you are, it feels like a little calmer and no one else is studying. But don't do that because it's actually going to pull you down and you won't be studying. So call someone who's actually studying and keep in check with them. Then second step is complain and rant method. So in this, what you do, you call your friend for 2 minutes and rant only for 2 minutes, not more than that. Rant only for 2 minutes, and then the other person will rant for 2 minutes, and after that, you find a solution together. This helps because friends always, they're a big help for relieving stress. And when you rant and complain and then find a solution together, it actually helps you out. Teach like a teacher trick. So, when you explain a concept to someone, it actually clears your mind a better and you have a better understanding of the concept. So, sometimes when you're learning and you feel like, oh, you don't understand, stress increases, right? But when you explain it to someone, the concept clarifies and the stress cloud in your head, it kind of opens up a little, it's kind of clearer. So, if you have roommates, you can explain to a roommate, or if you live alone, you can take a teddy bear and explain to the teddy bear. That's what I do. Works for me. So, a stress ritual. What is a stress ritual? So, when stress hits and There's one small ritual that you do that instantly calms your brain down. For example, using a special perfume that you only use when you're too stressed out, or holding a pen, special lucky pen, or wearing a bracelet. All these are symbols of reassurance. Then also a playlist, for example, in which the first song will be the focus mode song and the last song will be a relaxing song. You can have your own stress ritual. These are some of the stress rituals I tried, which helps me instantly. The Bollywood hero entry technique. So next time you're entering an exam hall, think of a Bollywood entry song playing in your head. Okay? Or if you're like tackling assignments, think that you're in a motivational montage. Stress isn't evil, it's just a dramatic plot twist before your success. So instead of ignoring it or drowning it in coffee, just listen to it. Why are you having this stress? What is it really about? So, a little balance, a little self care, or a few deep breaths, it all makes a difference. So, that's it for today. This was our stress fighting game plan. So, if you like this video, hit the subscribe button and do let me know what is your weirdest stress coping mechanism in the comment section. It will be helpful for everyone else. And listen, deep breath. You've got this. See you again. Bye bye.